now, been a while since I've done a tramway project video. And yeah, it's bright enough in New Zealand today. I actually have to wear sunglasses indoors because I'm getting straight glare from the sun, which is right in front of me. Yeah, it's pretty warm. Now, ever since I got the Rapido J70, I annoyingly gave up on this. But one thing I haven't given up on are these tram coaches. So I took the time to repaint them, add weight and new wheels, and also fit them with them couplers. Now it's a crude job, but it works perfectly fine, and somehow the coupler height is perfect. I don't do any guesswork, I don't do any maths or anything to get the height right. It's just plain dumb luck. The height is perfect for the couplers, and I have no idea how I do that. But what I'm going to do today is show how I add a NEM coupler. Now, this coach is going to be like this one. You have two NEMs on it, whereas this one here is going to, whereas this one here is going to remain the same as it is, with the old triangle metal coupler on the end, because this is actually originally fitted. It's still got the rivet on it, and I can't really be bothered cutting that off. As for the one on this, plastic coupler, and it's held on with a screw. So that would be a lot easier to work with. Now, before starting this, I'm going to gather all the tools I'm going to need, all the stuff I'm going to need, and then sort out the whole brightness thing because I'm going blind because of the sun. Okay, just before I even get started with this project, just bringing up a few things. First of all, I only got 3 of these cars. One of them has NEMs fitted each end, so we can roll this one out. Now, which one was it? Oh yeah, this one has the factory rivet still attached to it, so roll that out. Which leaves just one car left to work on, which is this one. Now, as we can see, it's already got the NEM fitted at one end, but the other, I do believe that's a screw. So just got to plop the body off with these carriages. That's dead easy. Body off, and with a screwdriver with a flat head end, take that dang screw out. Now, naturally these screwed on ones were after factory, or at least so. Yeah. And I do believe these old passenger carriages are actually older than me. So yeah, that's saying something. All right. Now, before going any further, gotta make sure this is a nice clean edge to work with. It's a bit high, so good old hobby knife or scalpel, or however you wish to use it. And yeah, pair of tweezers first to get the wheel out. Wheel set out. Just put those over there for the moment. Take your hobby knife and try not to cut yourself when you do something like this, because I have quite a few times and still hurts like mad. And just shave away this end here, so it's actually a rudimentarily flush surface. And like with track, nothing beats the old fingertip test. Okay. And that's that. And I just realized it's out of camera shot. There. But yeah, basically that's now ready for the next step. Which, since I've still got the screwdriver out, I'll just do that now. scrape away some of the paint so we get bare plastic here. There we go. We want the bare plastic because of the next step. And that's what I have in a box I got over at Out of Camera Shop, Lemonek. Okay. Next step, just gonna need simple bits of plastic card and plastic weld. Now this is homebrew plastic weld. To be, well, I call it plastic weld. I know it's got another name, but the original label's gone. So I call it plastic weld because it actually does what I said it does. What's the darn plastic? Okay. Now the reason I got two pieces here is this is the intermediate part. That's the piece that goes on here. Why I meant to say intermediate is, weirdly doing this gives you the correct height. So just put a nice blob of stuff on there, which does give you a good amount of drying time. And I don't know if anyone else notices this, but this plastic weld stuff, even though I got the windows open to ventilate the room as I do this, it weirdly gives off the hint of banana flavored gum. I think that's weird. That's very weird. Okay. And this is a bit of a risky move, but before I let that dry, just blob another drop on here. And yeah. Piece number 2, which is actually fitted on a bit more carefully because I've actually have a groove cut there so it fits on top properly. There we go. And again, precautionary, just a splash of this stuff to join these two together so that way we have a nice solid base for the coupler. And yeah, that's about it. Now I gotta leave this for a while, but when we get back, there should be a nice solid base and painted so that way it doesn't stick out like okay, weirdly I can't think of a metaphor that doesn't sound insulting, so I won't say anything, but yeah, stick out pretty obviously. So be right back. Okay, now that the plastic weld had fully set and gave time for a paint job, so that way it actually blends in with the underside quite nicely, I might add. Now, just got to figure out where to put this NEM pocket. Well, using this very fine pair of tweezers actually. I actually figure, and this is rough guessing, that the end of the pocket should match the end of this piece here. Better view, it should match up with this piece here. That way we get a good length for the coupler, and a good length for the base for the NEM pocket. The only issue is trying to square it up, which is quite fiddly, so switch these tweezers out for something else. These are a bit too big, aren't they? There we go, these should do. But yes, roughly about there is where we want it. And then I'll bring the camera in for this. Yeah. Right now I got it where I want it. Now, just got to mix up the epoxy for this job. So, put that aside and bring out my mix tray. I know it's actually an old container piece from paints, but what I use it to mix this stuff. This is simple erudite, or however if you pronounce it. Sorry for the cursing there, but oh well. I'm covering the brown with my hand because, yeah. But yeah, I got a simple 5-minute stuff that can hold up to 75 kilos, which is quite a heavy weight, and nothing these couplers will ever experience, hopefully. Well, at least I hope not. The plastic would just be destroyed before it even broke. But yeah, I'm going to quickly mix it up, dab it on the underside, and yeah, so move the camera back, leave that there. This is going to be a quick mix. If I could, there we go, get the end off. All right. Check this. Now, just a caution when you're using this type of two-part epoxy, have the room very well ventilated for such a job. Be in a very well ventilated area when you do something like this, because it actually lets off quite a fume. And also, when you mix these apart, it's a chemical reaction naturally, and as it sets, this stuff tends to heat up. Okay. Make sure the positions are right before adding a big dollop on the center. That's just to hold it in place firmly. Well, there's a little added extra, a chuck in trimmed sleeper. Now this just acts as a bit of extra strength, base strength, if I can get it on the tweezers, right? There. That should help hold it on. Okay, that should be good. And this stuff sets pretty quick, so yeah. Just leave that there for now. Make sure you get the cut to they'll stick out with as much as I can. There. Because what I have here will set in about 5 minutes. Then I can trim the sleeper and yes, do whatever I can to tidy it up, to make it look like this end here. Right, so back in a bit, and hopefully by then this should be nice and set. Okay, now that this is actually quite a solid joint now, just check that we still get movement with the coupler. Sweet. That's good. Now we just trim the excess off that, otherwise it's going to be a pain in the backside. I tend to try and get it about as roughly the same height as I can. A little bit high is not too bad, but with the height of the epoxy, it's a bit of a demon's job. See what I mean? That's okay. Now, just need to go for a bit of paint. And simple homebrew matte black will do perfectly. And before anyone questions about how I prep my paint, this is actually pretty watered down black paint due to the fact the lid did not actually used to not seal properly, and I found out too late. Never buy or use second-hand paint unless it's from your own stock. Alright, just a good splash of that to blend it in. And well, if Fanny's your aunt, Bob's your uncle, there you go, it's all done. And it's actually enamel paint I used. Mind you, due to the color, the type of jar it is, that should be enough to say it. Bit of dirt. But yes, pretty much after that, just grab the wheel set and fit it back in. Rolls nice and smooth. Beautiful. Now, just got to grab the box of couplers that I have here. Then finally just, well, quite unceremoniously, just shove a coupler in there. Done. That's it. All that's left to do from there is just plop the coach body back on top. If I can remember which way I went in. Yep. And there we go. Done and dusted. Now, it's ready to roll on the track. These two. I hope you've all enjoyed this video. Since it's been a while since I've done a proper workshop video, I am naturally nervous on seeing how the results of this go. But fortune favours the bold, I believe. So, this is up, well, and onwards. Saying take care, stay safe, and see you later.